walking, oh yeah, just believe I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, just believe I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Great Rod isn't, y'all. Great Rod isn't.
Power on.
Get your mats. Get your. I'm having some kind of issue here with this camera. Hey. Great Rod isn't. Great Rod isn't, y'all. I'm addressing these cameras now because I look back at the video and maybe I'm noticing stuff that no one else notices, but the fact that I'm noticing it is enough for me.
Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, just believe I'm walking.
Great Rod isn't, y'all. Hey, let's get ready and knock this walk out. Ooh, it is so nice and cool. Makes me think of Maryland. I love the fall, but Maryland loves the fall. When I was Marilyn's age, I loved the fall like she does. But at my age, I just love the fall. As in weather, not as in physical falling. Hey, y'all. I shared my stretch. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I was like, ooh, I told him I'd be stretching and stuff. But, you know. And I like seeing my apples in the back. So, man, I'm ready for fall. The ripe ones make me think of fall. These, I guess they would call them granny apples. Make me think of now, like August. But September, apple picking starts in September. Yeah. So this morning I said, ooh, let the people, I'm saying I'm hanging and stuff like that, but sometimes you got to put receipts in. I'm telling y'all I'm crunching and stuff, trying to get this core to keep me balanced. I said, oh boy, time to make another receipt. Yes. I know. I know. I know as senior citizens at this age, the furthest my grandmother walked was the kitchen, bathroom, her chair in the living room, or out to the car. I know. But she had a lot more interaction with the medical field than what I want to have. She has a lot more interaction. She had a lot more interaction with them than I care to have. And now I'm hearing that the more charges that's put against 45, the more money he gets. The more money his campaign gets. Can you believe that? Every crooked politician in their grave must be rocking and rolling. When that Tea Party came into that Republican Party, it came in like a shark, honey, and started gulping up people and poisoning the others. They love it. They love it. I was thinking about it. I know people, okay, when I first started working at Brooks Motel on the Albert Brooks, I think Albert had the hotel, and his brother, whose first name I can't remember, had the restaurant, the Brooks Brothers. So they had the hotel and the restaurant. And basically back in the day, it would be in that green book where you would be safe to go to a hotel and stay in the South. If you were in Charleston, the Brooks Brothers, and then you can go to their restaurant and you can eat too. A nice restaurant also. So that was my after school job. They had went to Burke High School and requested part-time students. They said they've been doing it for years and years and years and years. So when I got there, he was giving me a lesson in thieving because even when remember I told you all in the bar days when I was in Flatbush, Brooklyn, and Irwin made sure to go around and tell me all the holes, just little holes that he put his eye to, that always, no matter where it was in the bar, it always zoomed in behind the bar and the cash register. And Irwin said to me, Vicki, I show everybody my holes, and yet I catch maids stealing bar. I was like, listen, you ain't got to worry about your holes with me because I don't hustle like that. I'm not a hustler. I'm not a thieving hustler. I'm a working hustler. So Mr. Brooks, he comes in and he says, takes me to the room, and he tells me, let me feel the covers and the towels and plates and stuff, and they had glasses back then. They didn't have plastic cups so much. It was cheaper. And because his brother owned a hotel. So he was just sending the dirty glasses from the hotel rooms to the washer at the hotel, and then they would send it back, and then he would put them in, the paper over them or not, and put them up in the room. So Mr. Brooks said to me, he said, well, I had an employee here. He said she was a very good employee of mine. Very trustworthy, very loyal. He said she got very, very sick. And he decided to go and visit her. And when he walked in the house, the first thing he noticed was the hotel curtains. He said, he didn't pay any attention, he just kept going. And they took her in the room, and there she was, laying underneath the sheets and bedspread. Her sick cup was a hotel cup. He said he fired her. As a thief. He said he fired her as a thief. He looked at me and he said, you don't take anything that belongs to Brooks Motel off of it into your house. If you do that, I'll have you arrested. I can have you arrested, but for sure I'll fire you. Now my knees was knocking and I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, I ain't doing nothing like that. So, then I'm in corporate America. And you gotta go through HR. And they tell you all the things that you're not supposed to do. What's stealing? Taking a pen home from the company, dropping it in your pocketbook, that's stealing. Taking reams of Xerox paper from the company, that's stealing. And back in the day, when calls were paid almost, you know how the phone company was, personal calls were stealing from the company. And I'm telling you, there was an article about someone getting fired over forgetting because they dropped some rubber bands in their pocketbook. But it was company rubber bands. So, me, I ain't taking it. No one would ever come to my house as never, ever, never, never, ever, not me. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. I ain't taking it. I am not taking it. I ain't taking the rubber bands. I ain't taking the pen. I don't even put my pocketbook near to where anything on my desk could slide into it. I've seen too many people get fired. And then as they say, if they want to get rid of you, they look for little things like that. They look for the pins and stuff like that when they want to get rid of you. And it's what corporate America says. Not me. Corporate America says that. And they're fired. I've seen people get fired for it. Back in the day, I've seen people get fired for making long-distance phone calls from their desk. Or having me put through a long-distance phone call and I had to log it. You were fired. You work in the cafeteria, you better not be caught with no trays at your house. All somebody got to do is go back and blabber and you be fired. But it's not like that anymore. 45 took a whole bunch of shit from the White House. Doesn't matter if it's classified or declassified. Oh, let me go back to something else. When I worked at the hospital, we had to go through HIPAA. HIPAA had just came out. Some famous person, I don't know if it was Rock Hudson or somebody got sick with the AIDS. And it leaked to the press, and the press put it in the paper. And that was, in the 80s. So they started pushing really strong for that HIPAA law, and they had to write down everything. So by the time in 2000, when I wound up in the hospital, you were HIPAA. Health, insurance, accountability, blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up about the patient. Basically, that's what it is. Your name is Bennett, you ain't in it. That's basically what it was. For us, in the billing department, accounts receivable, you didn't take work home where you took files home. And if you took work home, you had to be in management because they were responsible for it. And they was pushing HIPAA all over the place. Though There's some people who are just not gonna follow rules, they're just gonna do what they wanna do. And there was a guy worked there that used to bring, I don't know why he would basically come to work, download patient information on his laptop, sit in the office and work from his laptop, close his laptop and take it home. All the patient's information. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of patients' information. He takes home, leaves in his car. We were told that you ain't supposed to do that. But there's some people who can do that. So that brings me back to the point of 45. Whether it's declassified or not, it doesn't matter. That's White House shit. Leave it at the White House. If you ask me, he was either going to try to sell it or threaten to do something with it, Xerox it and change stuff. But here's the kicker. Because the FBI came and said, why do you have America's documents? America, because it came from the White House. Not my documents, not Sally Mae's, not Betty Sue's. Why do you have America's documents in your house? He said, I declassify them. They said, no. That's not the question. Why do you have America's business in your basement? And you know what happened? Because the FBI went in, which took them so long, for America and the Constitution and the laws, they started getting in $45 million. Because he took America's documents out of the White House and put it in his house, in his basement, which would have gotten anybody fired and many people thrown in jail. Yes, it has. Why is this information at your house? It says clearly up here, Citibank. You ain't damn Citibank. What you got Citibank business at your house? Matter of fact, your ass was fired. Why you got Citibank business in? But this is what I'm talking about. That Tea Party. That Tea Party went through that Republican Party. Listen. Like cancer on a drunk, heroin addicted, sickly body. That Tea Party went through that Republican Party like an upright Hoover. They are giving 45 money because America sent the FBI in and said, why you got our shit in your house? He said, I declassified. They said, declassify my ass. Why you got America's shit in your house? You ain't president no more. That shit stays in the White House, ho. I know many people got fired. Thrown in jail because it's called stealing. It's called stealing. That's what they said in corporate America. Listen, they have exit interviews at corporate America. Bring back any motherfucking documentation. So you know when you get ready to leave or get fired, you speak to bringing that shit back. I ain't take it. But I done seen some do, because they don't want to get brought up on nothing else. That HR goes through and check. That shit better be there. there's a whole president and a whole party that says he can take America's papers to his house and wipe his ass with it if he wants to. He can sell it. He can use it for whatever he wants to use it for. He can take it and have Cricket Trump Jr. throw it on the copier machine and change shit up. Next thing you know, he getting international loans. Oh, let me stop. But because the FBI came and said, give America back her shit, that GOP conservative, poisoned up with the Tea Party people, said he ain't breaking no laws. All presidents should be able to have America's business in their house when they're no longer in the Oval Office. All. Can you believe that? Incredible. There's lawyers that had to defend clients for that very same thing. Sending the Trump money, saying, you have a right to take it out. Can you believe that? I tell you, we gonna break for our water. And y'all know, because I've been recording before I get down here. Oh. We'll definitely talk about when we get back, because I'm like, whoa. What kind of craziness is this?
Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking.
Hey, y'all, hey.
I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Yep, let's knock out this 25 minutes right fast. Yes! So now, the governor of Alabama is trying to do his sleazy stuff. Ain't that something, y'all? But African American people and minorities, and definitely Native Americans, y'all need to look at this. This is a crack, not a crack. This is a gap in the American government that our warriors, our liberators, our militia didn't have. They was killed. But not now, they can't be. Because nobody else was. And they did a lot more. And if you steal a line, you get support. You get support. All my life I watched the election. One side would win, one side would lose, but it was always a good handoff. But honey, that Tea Party crooks got in there, honey. Ha ha! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stacey Abrams, governor. I'm going to go see that Black Wall Street. I want that to happen. We're going to bring money in, Stacey, when you become. Right now, a lot of us scared that we be Aubrey. We be lynched. We be 45. Okay? That's how I feel about it. I ain't touching it. I ain't touching it. Not as long as that good old party is in there. Not me. Now, I know there's a lot of African Americans down in Georgia. Y'all don't care. Y'all so busy killing each other that they don't focus on killing you. So that's a good strategy. But see, with that strategy, if I come down, you're going to kill me. But, hopefully Stacey Abrams can beat the old boys back. Y'all can stop killing each other. Well, y'all really supposed to be killing y'all, ain't, but that's neither here nor there. And then I can go to Georgia. And I can see, I can take this tour of the studios that, oh gosh, I'm thinking about Tyler Perry has. Lord knows if you read my book, Tell the Truth and Shame the Devil, if you want an African-American theme park, I had the vision that I put in the book of how for African-Americans and the whole thing of a theater, of a studio, locked. So I love to go down there and see that. I love to go to Black Wall Street. I love to go see all the drag queen shows, few plays, go to the old lady gang and whoever else down there got a restaurant, and just have a good, feel comfortable knowing that that good old party that support the hate mongers is gone. And we can come down to Georgia and spread some cash. I ain't coming down there with them right now. They ain't killing me. Okay? See, that's what I think it is. Beside all the cults, I think what it is they can't fight the government in Georgia because it's a good old boy party network. So they kept turning on each other. You keep turning on each other, and you keep turning on each other because you got no representation. I'm not comfortable with that reverend. Y'all know I'm not. Y'all call him reverend, I call him cult leader. I'm not comfortable with the cult leader. But I'm less comfortable with the blonde bimbo. Okay? I just can't wait till all these other political parties. I know they say that the Green Party is fighting with the Democrats in North Carolina from what I'm hearing. But I'm like, cool out, Green Party. We need some changes to go on here. Let's get this Democrat so we can get the justices in, so we can get all this bullshit that 45 put on there against people off and let the country grow. Then, when fair elections are in play, there's no such thing as fair election. That's why I just stopped myself. Never has been. I remember as a child hearing adults talk. So, as fair as it can be. But it may not work like that because here's the thing. It's like we the kumbaya devils. We're the kumbayas. We praying and stuff. And the GOPQ / conservative cult, they're killers. They're liars. They're thieves. They're embezzlers. They're frauds. And if you have ever had any interaction with any of our neighbors, liars, thieves, embezzlers, frauds, killers, then you know what I'm talking about. Those low people, and they don't give a shit who they hurt. They don't care. So we saying, oh, America got a whole constitution, a whole law that says do not take papers out of the White House. Companies, everybody knows. Everybody knows. Let somebody come to a supervisor come through and see something hanging out of a locker at Walmart. It ain't even got to be locked. An employee's locker at Walmart. And she walked by. She said, what is it in the locker? Why is it in the locker? Did you buy it? Then it's supposed to be on the floor to be sold. And if it's in your locker, you're a thief. But that's not the way it is for 45. And those ruthless GOPQ, conservative, Tea Party, it ain't like that for them. They said, I want to take it. It's in my locker because I put it in my damn locker. That's 45 in the game. If 45 in the game was working at the hospital, still I want to tell people, if you ever have been involved in any identity theft and you ever been in Mount Vernon Hospital, you better look there. You better look there. Because that boy was like a Trump. He didn't care. That didn't apply to him. And besides, as he said to me, I'm not taking home. I'm not taking anything from the hospital. I'm downloading it on my laptop. I was like, how the fuck is that a difference? It's supposed to stay in the hospital. It's hospital information stay in the hospital. Unless you're in management up and you have that. That HIPAA law does not apply to you. Or you know how to move the material in a way that's compliant to HIPAA laws. But no, like 45, I'm telling you. He just looked at me. And And yes, his boss was there and everyone there. He said, I'm not taking any information from the hospital. No, he said, I'm not taking anything from the hospital. I'm downloading it on my laptop. Ain't that people and patient fucking information? That's 45 in the GOP, Q, Tea Party, cult people. That HIPAA didn't apply to him. He found a way around it. Technically, he wasn't taking the hospital's computers home with him. He was taking his laptop home with him. Just happens that all the patient information is on his laptop. Oh well. And then everybody around knew. Everybody around knew I shut my mouth. That's 45. And a COP2, that's them. I desensitize it. I can take it home. I can mail it all across the world if I want to. I desensitize it. No, bitch. That's America business. Supposed to stay in the White House. Use your teeth. And your ass need to go to jail. Like so many employees I've seen. But the only difference is, for what he did, he took America's business and kept it in his basement. And then when America said to FBI, you better go get my shit, that's what America told the FBI. You better get your shit together and go get my shit. And then the FBI came and they started throwing millions at the thief. They weren't upset that he was keeping America's business in his basement. They weren't upset about that. They're not upset he can take all the confidential and declassify and sell them and give them all across the country. That GOP, conservative, Tea Party, they don't care about no shit like that. That don't mean nothing. They plan on getting rid of the Constitution and all them goddamn laws to begin with. Once he get back in, he get rid of all that shit. He can take information, he can sell it, he can use it to write White Pudding's ass if he wants to. And I used to shake, especially when I was young working, because you forget. You running out the door, you got a pen in your hand, you running, you got it in your mouth. And just before you hit that goddamn door, the fucking brakes come on. Take that pen out, throw it right in there. Don't take it to the other side. Let me tell you what family do. For a family like 45 that bring home information from the job or work that ain't supposed to happen, you know what happens if something happened to them? The first thing they do is get rid of that information. They burn it. They ain't sending it back. Because that's an admission of stealing. But they'll burn that bitch or shred it to... But 45 took America's business from the White House and put it in his motherfucking basement. That's how it means so little to him. Because he was finna get rid of the Constitution anyway. And that's what all the millions are about. He finna rid of all that shit. The process of election, he get rid of all that shit Monarchies don't need no elections. So the things that, as they call our founding fathers, put in place to keep America going, as they said, when they did that first impeachment, this was all there. This was all there. Lowbrow, slug slime, POS. A whole party to support. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Taking classified information from these stock houses, and I know they got classified. I know all that shit. Can you imagine? You working for this big, what they call investment Wall Street thing, and they got a lot of confidential shit. Oh, I'll do a better one. Oh, I remember. Y'all remember this one too. Remember when the African Americans had proof of the recipe for Coca-Cola, and they was trying to sell it to Pepsi, and Pepsi called Coca-Cola and said, "Do you know these fools?" And it's trying to sell us. Throw their asses in jail. But not 45. America's business was in his base because he was finna make money off of it. He knew the FBI would come and get him and want it back, but then he also knows that people hate America, the Constitution, the GOPQ, conservative, hate it. So he took the papers down there, America's business, to do with what he wanted to do. He wanted it in the basement, to bring it up to maybe sell it or whatever, or knowing that the FBI would be coming. And then he said, "They picking on me. They picking on me." But I hope this whole process is making minority warriors. Y'all got to come together, honey. Especially if this orange piece of shit gets back in here. Because he's coming in. You won't have, it's going to be one side of the street that can get stuff and the other side can't. Read the history books. That's why I'm going across America right now to the West. I think it won't be happening. I think when they allow that thief, that piece of shit, when they can't stop him, everything he's doing against America, breaking all kind of laws, ain't nobody stopping him. And I had a feeling. And that's why I'm doing my cross-country trip. Because to me, it could be the last time I'm able to go from state to state to state straight through. I'll be going from a blue state through some red states. When 45 gets in, red states gonna roll up their borders. I'm gonna have to have a passport to get into the red state. I ain't never going to Florida, so they ain't got to worry, honey. They can roll Florida up and roll it right on in the sea. Okay? Any of those red states. So I'm going across the country while I can still say, I remember when you could just go straight across. You can cut through all the states. Instead of now, we'd have to stop and border guards got to come in, just check our IDs. So we can get through the red states. And then, because I live in the blue state, it can be restrictions on limits of where I can move because I'm a Democrat. And the monarchy, the red monarchy, and the Tea Party GOP Q conservative cult says no. No Democrats can cross into Republican states. That's why I'm 2023. That's why I'm trying to do my cross-country trip now. 'Cause I got a feeling, y'all. I got a feeling. Okay? I don't want it to be like that. But the Dems are kumbayaing, and the and the GOP Q conservative Tea Party cult, they is killing and stabbing and lying and doing everything. And they don't care. They don't, let me tell you. I heard Funky Geneva say it. See, how would Geneva say it? You can get nasty with him, and you can get low. But you can't get low to him, because he go all the way to hell. The Republicans are all the way in hell. The conservatives are all the way in hell. The Tea Party is already in hell. They can't go no lower. They can't go no lower. And ain't nothing to stop them. They can't steal anymore. They can't lie anymore. I mean, all they can do now is just take it all over and just claim everything is theirs. Can you imagine? Only red states will be able to get the vaccination. If you live in a blue state, you won't get any vaccination. Only food will be delivered to the red states. If you live in a blue state, you will not be getting any food. Whoa! And we'll just keep killing ourselves. And we'll just keep killing ourselves. Because if they didn't listen to, if you think they ain't listen under democracy, they damn sure ain't gonna listen under the republic. Tuck in your elbow. So they're supposed to be one and the same, according to the Romans, who didn't want either. They just wanted the monarchy. Tuck in your elbow. Let's knock this 10 neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1 for good luck. Whew. Yes. Oh, tuck in your elbow, squeeze your gut. Let's get this 10 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1 for good luck. Yeah, y'all. Woo. Like, comment, share, tell a uncle, tell a auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend.
I'm walking, oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Yeah, this is our 5-minute golfing chat. Oh, I didn't show y'all the water before I took a sip.
Oh yeah, just harmony. I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking.
Yeah, oh,
I'm walking.
thieving is so much easier now. Back in the day, people frowned on you when you stole stuff. People frowned on you when you took stuff that didn't belong to you. But not nowadays. These kids got it good. Honey, if they open the door for stealing for you, steal as much as you can. I'm just telling you. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that when I was growing up. Now you get millions of dollars for stealing and taking from America. I ain't regretting you young people. Get as much as you can. Because apparently the Caucasianoids are. The Europeanoids are. While it's still good, while the door's still open. Y'all remember that Pepsi Coke thing? They was like, oh, we got the recipe for Coke. Pepsi was definitely one, because they was always rivals on TV. They didn't know. They ain't really rivals. They're cornering the cola market together. And these folks was graduating from marketing and stuff. Economics and stuff. How you ain't see that? They ain't rivals. They're parallel. They both have the market on the colas. But they went to jail. But if anybody can get the recipe of Coke or Pepsi now and do it, I bet you'll go through. And nobody will say nothing. Because 45 took America's information and put it in his basement. He took America's information. He wasn't even working at the company no more. He wasn't a company manager. He wasn't. He just took all the information and put it in his basement. And because of that, people is giving him millions of dollars to become president again. Because he showed that he was still from America. He'll take from America. And they want him. That's some shit. African American, it's a whole new day. Minorities, y'all better be looking. And y'all remember those people in Congress that 45 told that he was doing something with the stock? And then they made money from dumping it or something like that. Y'all remember they made all those millions of dollars? Nothing happened to them. So you see, 45 is bringing in the whole new era of thievery. They'll be overlooked by the United States government. Soon you won't be going to jail for stealing somebody's identity. How's that a crime? In 45's world, and the GOP, Q, and the TPRO, it won't be a crime. Steal as many identities as you want. That's why they get the millions of dollars. Ha ha! He said something called, thou shalt not, no. No, thou shalt not steal, no. BS. If you want to take it, you just call it something else. It was a White House business. But he took it home. And he said, well, I declassified it. Yeah, you declassified it, but you leave it what the fuck right there. You leave it right in the White House with its declassified ass right at the White House. You don't take it home. But maybe now you can take shit home. Maybe them files in that corporate office can be a little loose. A little information get you a little bucks. A new era's being ushered in. He done fabricated that whole school and did everything, all banking, everything that he has done and is doing. No one can touch him. He's getting millions. And if the FBI said, well, in those papers, there's some secret codes to some missiles or something. You know what they'll say? He declassified it. So you can bring it home. It don't matter if it's missile codes or nothing. All the White House passwords. Let me stop. You know they changed them. Oh my goodness. Let's finish up this water. I used to try to get off early so I could call my sister. I've been calling her for over a week. She ain't returned my call, so is my life and my relationship with sisters. So I'm giving up on that. Yeah. Yeah, I see my camera is crooked. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on the YouTube. Like, comment, share, tell a friend, tell an auntie, tell an uncle, tell a cousin, and have a vote, y'all. Vote, y'all. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thanks for coming on the walk. Thanks for coming on the walk.